Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Ginger Pierce, and I'm one of the travel agents with Marvelous Mouse Travels. We are the agency that runs this Facebook group, along with several others that are focused on different destinations. And welcome to Sundays with MMT. This is a weekly live agent panel video series that we do in one of our Facebook groups every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And so we're really excited to be live with you tonight in this group to talk about cruising with kids on Royal Caribbean. So we're going to be sharing with you onboard activities that we think are great for kids. We're going to talk about why cruising in general is a great vacation option for families with kids. So we would love at any point to, have you chime in and let us know what you love about cruising with kids with Royal Caribbean. We also would love to take your questions. We are using a program called StreamYard to go live tonight. So it might ask you if you want to post a question or a comment to approve it to display your username and profile picture. Just know that you can decline those permissions and you can still post with us anonymously, and we'll be able to interact with you that way. So I'm joined tonight by one of our marvelous agents, Lisa McZink. Lisa, thank you so much for being here tonight, and tell everybody how long you've been with the agency and what's the best way for them to reach out to you if they're interested in planning a cruise.
Hi, I'm Lisa, and I have been an agent with Marvelous Mouse Travels now for over a year. And the best way to reach me is at Lisa Magzink MMT.
Awesome. And again, I'm Ginger. I'll share the same information with everybody too. I've been with the agency almost 4 years. In just a couple of weeks, actually, I'll celebrate my 4-year anniversary. And the best way to reach out to me is to visit me on my blog, which you can find at gingermmt.com. So, Lisa, I think one of the things that people are always thinking about if they're thinking about a vacation with kids is what's going to be, something that my kids are going to enjoy, but also something that I, as an adult, am going to be able to, relax and feel like I've been on vacation too. So, why do you think that cruising is such a great vacation for families with kids?
I personally think that cruising, when you have kids, is an excellent idea. There is a variety of things to do. There's kids club, there's water activities, there's unlimited food, and there is a huge variety of food for even the pickiest of eaters. So it's really nice to have just ample amenities and all different kinds of options available at your disposal.
I totally agree because, I have 2 kids of my own, and one thing about kids
Mhm.
is that they are notoriously fickle. They are
So are
notoriously
mine.
difficult to please, and so, having multiple opportunities, multiple choices, I think is always a good thing because, my daughter, for instance, loved scrambled eggs for, like, the first several years of her life, and then we've gone through, like, a 1-year period recently where she hasn't liked scrambled eggs, and all of a sudden, as of literally yesterday, she likes scrambled eggs again. So, with kids, you just never know what you're gonna get, and so I think the variety is a perk of cruising. I also really like the all-inclusive element of it too, knowing that that price that I'm paying is my whole vacation. It's gonna include my food,
Mhm.
many of my activities, my lodging and all of that kind of stuff. There's a lot to be said for the peace of mind that comes with that.
Yeah, my daughter, her favorite part of cruising is the fact that she gets unlimited ice cream. So
Yeah.
we're going on a cruise with Royal in June, and she reminds me every day that she gets to have ice cream for breakfast instead of
Yeah.
scrambled eggs.
It's a scrambled eggs,
Maybe in
that's right.
moderation.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So let's talk a little bit about, some of the specifics of what people can find to do on a Royal Caribbean cruise with their kids. So let's talk with probably what people have the most questions about, which I would say would be the kids clubs. So what are Royal's kids clubs like? And what do you think that people will, or kids will enjoy the most?
So Royal does have several kids club options, and I'm sorry, they are set aside by age. So that way
Mhm.
you are able to go onto the ship once you embark, and you're able to tour the kids club to see if it's, for you. It's a wonderful environment. It's a safe environment, and the
Mhm.
kids are instantly engaged, and the enrichment is amazing. So you're able to have your kids there for set times, or if you're on
Mhm.
an excursion, it's a wonderful experience.
Yeah, and it's not just like a holding tank, I think that's what a lot of people think
Correct.
of, like, "Oh,
Yes.
this is where I put my kids so I can go to the spa or something," but, like, no, they're gonna
Hmm.
love it in there. There's gonna be so much
They're
for
not
them.
gonna want to come back to you. They
Right,
want to stay
exactly.
there like the whole time. Like they have their own mini vacation. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that kids clubs are great for allowing them to socialize too with people their own age. You
Hmm.
have that extroverted kid. One of my 2 is incredibly extroverted, makes friends on every vacation we go on. And so
Hmm.
it's kind of like pre-programmed for them here at the cruise that they actually have built-in time and opportunities to kind of hang out with other kids.
And the nice thing is they can make friends when they're on the cruise from the kids club, and they're able to say,
Yeah.
"Hey, let's go play on this pad that's theirs," or they want to go do a different part of the amenity on individual ships, and they have their own friends now because they don't want to hang out with mom and dad because their friends are a lot more fun.
Way cooler. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, way cooler.
Yeah. So let's talk about besides the kids clubs, what are some of the other onboard activities that are available for kids to take part in?
Oh, there's a lot they can do. Flow rider, which is utterly amazing. I personally have tried it and just wiped out, but I'll see kids on there that are just outstanding. They have
Yeah.
some mad skills. There's different pools, there's different slides. I mean, there is so many different opportunities for them to enjoy themselves. The arcade is incredible, and they, get their food too.
Yeah, of course. So let's talk a little bit about food. We were talking about pickiness, and I shared my scrambled eggs story about my daughter who just like miraculously all of a sudden she likes scrambled eggs again. So, do you feel like there are plenty of kid-friendly options available in the main dining room, but also some of the other onboard options?
There is, especially in the main dining room. You can have eggs, you have juice, bacon, sausage, there's yogurt, there's cereal, there's even not scrambled eggs. You can get hard boiled eggs, you can get waffles, pancakes. I mean, I can go on and on. And
Yeah.
fruit on in the buffet, there's just endless fruit, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So you can have made to order omelets. You can get pastries, donuts, bagels. I mean, that way any child has um, a variety of options to choose from, including those picky eaters
Mhm.
or the kids that, like, as you say, your daughter wants scrambled eggs this week.
Yeah, this week. Yeah, exactly. Um, and that's one thing that, that I think is important to think about with cruises in particular is that, maybe the picky eaters in your family aren't the kids. Maybe the picky eaters in your
Mhm.
family are the adults. It doesn't really matter. Everybody is going to have plenty of options to choose from for every
Absolutely.
meal, and they want you to enjoy your time. They want you to find something that you like. And so
Mhm.
Royal is really great with customer service in that respect too. And,
Mhm.
if you do have food allergies or food sensitivities, or if your kids do, they're really awesome about that too. You can discuss with them your needs and, speak with
Mhm.
people just to make sure that you have plenty of options available to you. If you have a gluten sensitivity or a nut
Yeah.
allergy or whatever the case may be, they can definitely accommodate for that. And I think that puts a lot of parents' minds at ease as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And it's stated so that way it's not a recurring occurrence.
Right.
Sorry, ahead of time, and during your vacation,
Yeah.
during your cruise, that it's taken care of.
Absolutely, for sure. So let's talk about probably the most well-known and popular port of
Yes.
call with Royal, and that is, of course, Coco Key, Coco K. I don't really know which is correct. Perfect Day at
So
Coco K rhymes better, so that's probably what most
mhm.
people will go with. But
Every time
um,
I've been there, it's Coco Key,
uh-huh,
and the locals make sure you say Coco Key.
there you go.
So, yep, absolutely. Coco Key is incredible. I mean, it's awesome. And also on there, your food for your kids is still part of your all-inclusive package, so you don't have to
Mhm.
pay again. You
Yeah.
can go to different restaurants that are there and just continue on your wonderful vacation. Don't have to worry about bringing extra money to buy food when you're on their private island.
Absolutely. And there is so much to do at that private island. Now, there is a part of that private island, which is the beach club, which is an adults only area.
Yes.
But there are plenty of places where kids could go. There is a water park. There's
Hmm.
so many things that you can do, and some of those things are going to be an extra charge. But there's still, I mean, if your kids want to play on the beach and build
Hmm.
sandcastles, they totally can. Like, you're not gonna
Hmm.
run out of things for your kids to
No,
do on Coco Key. You're
you have
gonna
to like
keep them
get your
entertained.
kids off Coco Key back onto the ship because they don't want to leave.
Absolutely. And so, I mean, I personally love the idea of that being a private island, as a parent,
Hmm.
because I know that Royal is, like, they're in charge
Hmm.
of how that's laid out, procedures, how things are done on the island. And so that when
Hmm.
they were creating that space, that they were making this with families, with kids in mind. And
Hmm.
that's great to know too. It's not like you're going to a place that was designed for adults and you're just kind of dragging your kids along with you. There's plenty of things for them to do, as well, that's going to be safe and effective at entertaining them as well.
Right.
And, we didn't really mention any specifics about staterooms, but I will say that Royal has some incredible staterooms available, for families with kids. They have different suite options that are available. They, of course, have standard staterooms. They have, interior ocean view balconies and things like that. But they also have some suites. And depending on what ship you're on, you can have
Hmm.
different options with that. But some of those in particular are truly amazing and would be like a dream to stay on vacation with your kids in one of those suites for sure.
Absolutely. My daughter's looking forward to, we have an ocean view balcony. So
Mhm.
she's looking forward to waking up and going outside and having her coffee outside, which is her juice. So she can sit with mom on the balcony and have her coffee. And when we pull
That's
up into the next port, yeah, it's cute.
yeah, that's awesome. So, I guess really the last thing to kind of talk about is why book your Royal Caribbean cruise through a travel agent. One thing that many people, don't realize is that, travel agents are still a thing. I think a lot of people kind of assume, like, oh, everybody books everything online. But no, the travel professional industry is alive and well. In fact, since the pandemic, more and more people are trusting their vacations to a travel advisor. So, Lisa, what do you think are the best reasons for people to book their Royal Caribbean cruise with an agent?
So the top reason for me is our services are free to you, which is always wonderful. And we stay current on any trends going on, any new rules and regulations, especially going into different countries and different ports.
Mhm.
That is our job. So we can keep you informed.
Yeah.
We will handle your entire cruise. We will help you and make sure your vacation is stress free and just wonderful.
Absolutely. And that's, I think, is maybe what scares a lot of people away from the idea of
Mhm.
working with an agent is, oh, that's going to cost me extra money. I'm already paying a lot of money for
Mhm.
this cruise. But it truly doesn't. Like, if you go on to Royal's website and you book that cruise yourself, you are going to pay the
Mhm.
same exact amount of money that you would pay to
Exactly.
book it through a travel agent. But you're not going to have someone there who's like, oh, these are the types of citizenship documents you need to be able to sail, or this is the current protocol when it comes to COVID procedures and stuff like that, and anything else. I mean, who would have
Exactly.
thought several years ago that there would be a global pandemic, you know what I mean, and that travel would change as much as it changed in 2020, and to have people who are there to help you through the unknowns like that and the unforeseeable things, especially when it doesn't cost you any extra money. It's just kind of one of those, well, why wouldn't I do that type of situations, at least in my opinion. So I definitely think that there's plenty for families with kids, to do if you're interested in Royal Caribbean and if you're interested in cruising in general. But as always, if you have any or any questions, or would like any additional information, about Royal Caribbean or about working with any of our agents, you are welcome to reach out to us. Lisa and I both put our contact information at the beginning of the video if you're joining us a little bit late. but we also continue to monitor these videos even after they're no longer live. So if you happen upon this video in the group and it's past the point that it's live, you can still drop those questions and comments in, and we will come back and answer those for you. I think we did have one comment come through that I haven't highlighted. So, oh, hello. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate that. And thank you to all of you who watched with us tonight. We really appreciate it. We love interacting with you all in these groups and posting these resources for you to enjoy. If you would like to get information about the two of us specifically or about our agency in general, definitely reach out. And remember, it is completely free to book your cruise or your theme park vacation or your all-inclusive vacation through one of our agents. We can help you with several different destinations. But we hope you enjoyed watching tonight, and we look forward to seeing you again really soon for another episode of Sundays with MMT. Bye, everybody.